Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Washington Redskins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, it's Haskins. Throw complete there, Rodgers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. They're trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. It was 3rd down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Man,
out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
Confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
What the fuck? Get your ass in the cage. Y'all seen it.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You can't block. We're going to 54 right here.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Everybody, line in. Lots 56. You must be true.
Prescott now from the 50. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2
Come on, pick up that
So
block.
there is optimism because they
Come on, pick up that block, yo.
turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Fuck, man.
On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins.
Damn.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
What?
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sincere.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And
here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
This nigga Danny is not bullshitting, man.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Elliott will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Come on, man.
With Michael Gallup. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Damn, bro. What the fuck is that?
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. And Forbath will put this one through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Barber on 1st and 10. Leighton Vander Esch, third in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. This will be caught by Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. From the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, come on.
Incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure
Oh,
right there.
my God, AB.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. He's crashing.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Watch 84, watch 84.
Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Brown. with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You're not working?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go, 46. Double dog, that's the way. Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. from the shotgun to give to Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that
playing
fast,
Danny right now.
Any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 11. So how about this for field position after the big play inside the 15?
I know, I was
they
watching.
come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
He was still calling that shit.
Huh?
He was still calling that shit.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. With a great move, couldn't free him. Take him
what?
down at the 10. Just a yard on the first
bro.
carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You see the difference?
It went right back
This
to him, but he
motherfucker
pretty much had
is
nowhere to go on that play.
cover
Now, the
3
previous
cams.
carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he
Got
should have
this.
tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Haskins.
Thank
And this
you.
is taken in for a Redskins touchdown.
He by himself.
Richard Rodgers, his
These-
9th
these
touchdown
are
of
good.
the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. On his Hopkins
Good.
now for
Only
the
gang
extra
members.
point.
No. Hey, only gang members, dog. Fuck that. That Corona shit real, son. Nigga, you know what time? Hey, Lou. You know what time I be going to sleep, bro?
And this is
It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, son.
17-14.
Last night was the first time I went to sleep at like 4.
Ain't my fault.
Son, ever since my sister died, bro, that shit, my sleep
I
went
don't
back.
have game time and trap time like you. I don't have that luxury. Okay.
So just a 3-point
Hey, this nigga had me
game now as
17
they
nothing, though. I know
send this
that.
one away.
Nigga, I thought this nigga.
This is taken
Put
about 7
fucking
yards
shit
deep.
green, nigga, and you online. I know what that means.
Okay. That be lying. That don't mean you online.
By much as he's marked down at the 21
Nah, I should was asleep, bro.
Like, damn, you want me to
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more
Deep
cautious
is on
when you
strap,
start
I know
that next
that.
drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Where's my
Still want to
play?
attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by
Come on, man.
And he will finally bring this one back to an end, but
Man, I think he about to move out the
down
way,
inside
bro.
the
That's fucked.
5-yard line at the 4. So my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
It's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Man, your shit say super rapper trapper. He opened it for me because I'm playing game.
No.
That's just gonna wait.
You fucking it up. You fucking it up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Roll that one up.
Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Buying time to his left.
Come
It's
on.
going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open
Shit,
downfield
man.
as it turned out.
Fucking
Couldn't find
lineman,
his
bro.
outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
It's his fault why it's tied up.
Is
I'll kick it
good.
for 3. It was 17-0. I'll kick it for 3 and hit my
And
kick.
17 all.
Score.
So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline, talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Because you get that far, that deep,
Yeah,
you want to come away with a
yeah.
touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to find a way for the future.
Some guys. Let me plug it. Oh my God.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Tighten up. Pick that. Go. Switch.
So the drive's going to start with
Oh
Palmer.
my God.
He'll have a first down past the 40.
Yeah.
He's got daylight.
Yo.
20.
He's out. Man, he got 2-star running backs, bro.
Touchdown number
Yep,
12
sure
on the
did.
year.
And as long as it ain't Zeke ain't going on. 18 yards rushing.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for.
This ain't even knocking right here.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Look. This nigga about to bust this bitch.
Out there ready for this next drive.
Yeah,
the
bro, it's about to
Redskins
bust this
offense.
bitch, bro.
And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about that.
I be throwing screens now.
The kicker.
Exactly.
I gotta be patient.
That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this
I
time.
don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Let the defense know.
First down, here's a run with Peterson.
I didn't.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Man,
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't
That
it?
nigga's
Just go
fine.
right at him and let
I can let go of the block like a
charge up the
bitch.
middle.
I got hot
Not too fancy there,
Oh, you
was it?
bitch
Nothing
ass nigga.
fancy
You
at all,
let it go.
challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw. First down. Got him in. It's Brown. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see
Oh,
zone defense,
my
and you know you
boy.
got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Separate.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it.
And niggas do that, I laugh, because they think that shit work. That shit don't work. I'm out running the ball. Fuck that.
One
I'm
quarter
a jam
remains
middle. I'm
here
gonna
as
go
the
outside
regular
of
season
it.
starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He ain't call you back.
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Fourth down, here's Haskins. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
I ain't going to that stuff. I don't want that to be out.
The drive continues as they search for a tying
Packing the mail
touchdown.
is
Here's
gone.
1st and 10.
Like I smell cologne. I'm just trying to deal them on. Yeah.
Now Haskins on 1st down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington
He thought I was going to throw a bullet there. Nah, lob it up.
Antonio Brown with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
Yeah, I learned how to. I learned how to lob.
Even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Who then?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends
Nigga,
this
damn,
one
like,
away.
dog, why you even playing like this, nigga? You already
Now
can't
we
play
take
like a
it in the end
nigga.
zone.
I've been already hot.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25.
1 point, this team is 1 and 5. Fuck. Son. This nigga. Man, that nigga is, he better win the Super Bowl. He gonna win the Super Bowl, right? He beat the shot of Cleveland too.
He beat the Browns?
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. He's winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't feel bad about losing. Yeah, don't worry about it. That nigga beat the shit out of the Browns.
To begin the drive, and coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here?
Come on, Zeke. I know you want to run with Zeke. You all that faking, you running with Zeke. You don't run. Oh well, you showing
ready to
it.
go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it
Come on,
done.
Zeke.
But the lateral run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Prescott on 1st down. That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Prescott. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Prescott down. The open man is Smith. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Peterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Pollard. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too, because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's got the connection to Cooper. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott to throw. Caught by Wilson. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Intended that time for Cooper.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Redskins, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this was basically just an exhibition game for them, as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.